so happy to be here today to see my brother marry the love of his life. And I'm so excited he's found such a wonderful girl to share the rest of his life with. Kevin and Kate, they met several years back, this one time at band camp. I think Kevin knew he loved her then, and now fate and the internet's brought them back together. And I'm so happy for them. Let's toast. Love everlasting.
Cheers.
Okay, so my name's Carrie.
Hey, Carrie.
Hi. Hi, Carrie. I'm my sister. And I was in that one day at band camp with the two of them. And when we all got back together back June of last year, the next day, Kate and I went out to have dinner, and she was just kind of looking off in his face. I'm like, what are you thinking about? I'm like, you're thinking about Kevin. And she's like, no, I'm not. And I'm like, yes, you are. That's that. And I totally encouraged it ever since then, because I saw that sparkle in her eye, and I'm so grateful that she found you. Very, very much so.
Yeah.
So I think we're just going to open it up.
I'm Rodney. I'm Kate's dad. And mine is a two-part toast. I want to thank... I felt a drop. I'm going to do this fast. All of this, Kate wanted a homegrown wedding. It was supposed to be a small, intimate family affair, like 10 people, maybe. But
and then we included family.
Yeah. But this didn't come together without a lot of help, and I think there's some folks that we need to acknowledge and to thank for making this a wonderful day. Zeri Orch, who is over sitting on the bench there with Zeri was our our wedding coordinator. She kind of kept everybody, is this done, is that done, and would pick at you and, and do the kinds of things to make sure things got finished. She certainly helped. Cindy and Judy, the mother of the bride and the stepmama of the bride, worked all week long just doing endless things to make things happen and make sure that this came together. I also particularly want to thank Harlan Ort, who is my stepson, and Harlan is literally responsible for everything you put in your mouth tonight. And I think this was done, it was his gift to them, and I think it was a gift to all of us, so I do want to make sure he's recognized. My toast to
Here's your hanky.
Long time ago, I used to tell Kate, Kate was a dreamer, for those who didn't know her, and my saying to her from the time I can, I don't know how long it's been, is that it's okay to have your head in the clouds, but you have to have your feet on the ground. And this has been a long process. I mean, we've had times where maybe I saw a toe come down, and then it'd go away, and then she'd float for a little while. But I really, sincerely think her feet are now on the ground, and I'm happy that her head is still in the clouds. But I'm also very happy as a father, particularly, to see that Dr. She's found someone very special, and that's my toast to you. I'm glad your feet are on the ground.
Anyone else? I'm Wendy. I'm Kate's loudmouth friend. And when I first flew into North Carolina in 1997 to work for Poetry Alive and Rodney and Bob Falls, Kate picked me up at the airport, and we couldn't stop talking about percussion and drums and music and art. And I found immediately, with the first person I met coming to this side of the country, somebody that I could identify with and communicate with. And we've both been through some really interesting relationships, and we've remained good friends and confidants in that experience. And I am so happy to see you in a relationship that allows you to bloom and flourish. And I thank you, Kevin, for coming back and tracking her down and finding her and making this happen, because I see this as the point where you just leap off and go to where you're supposed to be with your life. And cheers to that.
So we all danced when we heard the word in love, and we are so happy. Sunny love.
I like to say a few things. Kevin, we always...
This is my dad, by the way.
We always pray that Kevin finds somebody that he really cares about. So one night he called and it was a different song he was for. And mom looked at her and I think we talked that person, you know. And we met her in person and we love her and she knows we do. And we'd do anything for you. But, welcome to this one.
I'm Connie. I'm Kevin's mother. And Kevin and Kate are just meant for each other. They were meant to be together from the time they met right out of high school. And I don't know why that destiny just kept them away 16 years, but now I think they're going to have a wonderful marriage because they both love each other so much. And Kate is my daughter. I mean, I love her. I've never had a daughter, but she's my daughter. And I've got another little daughter too. And both of them are very special to me. Thank you. Here.
Well, if anyone, does anyone else? Okay, so I'm Kate. Do you want to say something?
Sure. I've only known Kevin for about 2 years now. And when I first met him, he was very much a bachelor.
No, I've got something.
He was very much a bachelor, and he kind of bounced around, and he'd go out on a few dates here and there. And then one day he comes up here and runs into Kate after touching base with her about the blue coats and band camp and everything that went on there. And then he came skipping back home. And from that day on, he said to me, I really think this one's going to be the one. And it looked like he was right.
You remember hanging out at Tommy's house, and I'd have the camera, and I'd taken all those pictures,
Yeah.
and I said, you see this girl right here? I think I'm in love with her.
Yeah. And I'm just glad he found you, and I'm glad you found him. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Welcome to the family, Kevin.
Yeah.
Sarah.
So,
Fake Aunt Sarah.
well, I'd love to say a couple of things, and actually, my dad here went ahead and gave a prelude of what I was going to say, but this event would never have happened if it hadn't have been for some really special people. You know, my dad, my mom, my stepmom, my Cindy, Harlan and Zeri, Chris, who did the structure that unfortunately we couldn't use. But, and then just a multitude of volunteers who just came forward and put their time out, family and friends, just anybody who just threw in, you know, to be a part of this day. And we just really, really appreciate it. We're really glad to share this with you.
Thanks for coming out and helping us celebrate.
Yeah. So we just cannot show our gratitude enough. So cheers to you. Oh, I've got something.
Oh, yay.
Oh yeah, they were second.
This way.
Simon. I told you you were tall.
Good work.
So I just wanted to share with you something Kevin gave me. Stephen mentioned he is very much a bachelor, and so he once we decided to get it on, he just get hitched. I mean, get this wedding on, make this happen. He turned this over to me. He's also a drum set player. I don't know if you can see it. I am single.
Ha
Talk about promotion.
Self-marketing.
Yes. So anyway, well, if that's it, then you want to keep partying? Let's have some more music and maybe some dancing. Oh, cake! Cake! And then there was cake. And then there was cake. We need to change our cards. And look, here's cake.